He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Plato. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, women just don't seem to be as drawn to you as you'd hope? You might be focusing on the wrong things. Looks, money, or trying to be something you're not. But here's the truth. The real problem isn't what you're doing, it's what you're not understanding. Many men miss the deeper, often unspoken traits that women value most. If you're tired of feeling like you're falling short, it's time to shift your focus. In this guide, we'll dive into 10 Stoic-inspired habits that can help you build stronger, more meaningful connections. Ready to stop guessing and start truly attracting? Let's get started. Number 1, focus on inner virtues. Many men spend their lives chasing external markers of success, hoping they will make them more attractive. They believe a flashy car, an expensive watch, or a chiseled physique will automatically win admiration and affection. While these things might grab attention momentarily, they fail to build the kind of deep, meaningful connection that lasts. When someone neglects their inner virtues, like kindness, patience, and emotional strength, they often find themselves in shallow relationships or feeling unfulfilled, even when they have it all. Without a strong character, no amount of external success can compensate for the lack of trust, respect, or stability others sense. Philosophy and psychology agree on this. Stoic thinker Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This reflects the need for self-awareness and growth, acknowledging where we lack and improving ourselves. Research supports this idea. Studies in social psychology consistently show that traits like empathy, reliability, and emotional stability are critical for lasting relationships. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that qualities like emotional intelligence and compassion are among the top predictors of relationship satisfaction, far outweighing physical appearance or financial success. Women, in particular, tend to prioritize emotional stability and kindness over materialistic traits when looking for a long-term partner. To focus on inner virtues, start with small but impactful changes. Practice active listening in your conversations. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Really hear what others are saying. When faced with conflict, choose patience over anger, showing that you can remain composed even under pressure. Reflect on your actions at the end of each day, asking yourself if they aligned with your core values. These habits, while simple, slowly build the character that others respect and admire. Cultivating inner virtues isn't just about being more attractive. It's about becoming someone you're proud to be. Number 2, cultivate true confidence. Imagine someone who constantly seeks validation from others, always asking for reassurance, second-guessing themselves, and fearing judgment. While they might try to appear confident, their insecurity often pushes people away. True confidence isn't about putting on a show. It's about being comfortable with who you are. When someone lacks this inner confidence, they might overcompensate with arrogance or bravado, which only highlights their insecurity further. Stoic philosophy provides a profound insight into this. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Confidence comes from action and authenticity, not from seeking approval. Psychology backs this up. Research from the Journal of Research and Personality, 2015, shows that self-confidence rooted in internal validation rather than external feedback leads to stronger relationships and greater overall satisfaction in life. People who exhibit this type of confidence are perceived as more trustworthy, reliable, and attractive. Building true confidence starts with self-respect. Set small, achievable goals for yourself and follow through on them. Whether it's finishing a book, learning a new skill, or improving your fitness, every accomplishment strengthens your sense of worth. Another key practice is embracing failure as a stepping stone for growth rather than a reflection of your abilities. Each time you face challenges and persevere, your confidence grows. Lastly, stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your journey and progress. True confidence isn't loud or flashy. It's steady, quiet, and undeniably magnetic. Number 3. Maintain a sense of mystery. Imagine a man who, within days of meeting someone, shares every detail about his life, his past relationships, future plans, and even his daily routines. While openness can seem like a good thing, too much too soon often removes the excitement and intrigue from a relationship. When there's no sense of mystery, there's little to keep the other person curious or invested. Predictability can make even the most genuine person seem uninteresting, as humans are naturally drawn to things that leave room for imagination. Stoic wisdom teaches us to act with intention rather than revealing everything all at once. As Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This aligns with psychological studies like one published in Psychological Science 2011, which found that people are more attracted to potential partners when there's an element of uncertainty. A bit of mystery sparks curiosity and keeps the connection dynamic. This doesn't mean playing games or being secretive. It's about maintaining independence and depth, allowing your personality to unfold naturally over time. To create and sustain a sense of mystery, prioritize balance in how much you share and when. Be selective about revealing personal details early on. Instead, focus on meaningful conversations and building trust gradually. Maintain your individuality by pursuing your own hobbies, interests, and goals outside the relationship. When someone sees that you have a full, vibrant life independent of them, it keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. Mystery isn't about withholding. It's about revealing your layers in a way that keeps others intrigued and invested. Number 4, leverage humor. Humor is often overlooked as a tool for attraction, yet it holds immense power in building strong, genuine connections. Imagine a man who can effortlessly lighten the mood in a tense situation, or make a woman laugh when things seem too serious. His ability to bring joy and ease to a moment instantly makes him more appealing. On the other hand, someone who takes themselves too seriously, avoids humor, or tries too hard to be funny may unintentionally create distance in relationships. Without humor, interactions can become rigid and emotionally dry, lacking the warmth and lightness that make connections enjoyable. Humor is a bridge that connects people emotionally. It creates shared moments of joy and understanding, making it easier to bond with others. Women are naturally drawn to men who can make them laugh, not just because it's fun, but because it shows a sense of confidence and emotional intelligence. When a man uses humor in a thoughtful, natural way, he signals that he is comfortable with himself and the world around him. It's not about being a stand-up comedian or telling jokes all the time, but rather about knowing how to bring joy to everyday situations. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This reflects the idea that humor doesn't need to be forced or excessive. It's about appreciating the lighter side of life and being content with what you have. The science behind humor is clear as well. Studies have shown that humor triggers the release of dopamine and endorphins, or independent motives, and neurotransmitters that promote feelings of happiness and connection. A study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences found that humor is associated with higher levels of social attraction, suggesting that people are more likely to be drawn to those who can make them laugh. Humor also plays a role in reducing stress and creating a sense of trust and comfort, both of which are essential for building strong relationships. In fact, couples who can laugh together report higher levels of satisfaction in their relationships, as humor provides a sense of relief and intimacy that strengthens emotional bonds. To leverage humor effectively, it's essential to be present in the moment and sensitive to the other person's mood. Observe her reactions and use humor to enhance the connection, not to overshadow it. Avoid sarcasm or mean-spirited jokes and instead aim for lightheartedness and playful banter. Don't feel the need to force jokes. Instead, let humor arise naturally from the situation. When you can make someone laugh while also making them feel comfortable and understood, You create an atmosphere of warmth and positivity that is highly attractive. The key is to be authentic and use humor as a way to deepen your connection, not as a tool for manipulation or self-persuasion. Humor is not just a way to stand out, it's a way to build a lasting, genuine bond. Number 5, master body language. Body language is one of the most powerful tools in communication, often speaking louder than words. Many men unknowingly undermine their own attractiveness through nervous gestures, poor posture, or lack of eye contact. A man who slouches, avoids direct eye contact, or fidgets constantly may give the impression of insecurity, even if his words are confident. These subtle cues can create a disconnect, making it difficult for others, including women, to feel at ease around him. On the other hand, a man who stands tall, maintains good posture, and exudes calm through his body language naturally projects confidence and emotional stability. Your body language is a reflection of your internal state. When you carry yourself with confidence, it signals to others that you are grounded and self-assured. Women, like everyone, are highly intuitive and can pick up on nonverbal cues. When a man is emotionally stable and at peace with himself, his body language mirrors this, making him more approachable and magnetic. The Stoics taught that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, meaning that your inner mindset will inevitably shape how you present yourself to the world. A man who cultivates inner calm and strength will naturally express these qualities through his posture, facial expressions, and movements. Research supports the idea that body language plays a critical role in attraction. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people are more likely to trust and be drawn to individuals who maintain positive body language, such as making steady eye contact, smiling, and standing with open posture. In fact, body language accounts for up to 55% of communication, far more than what is spoken. The study also found that when people display confident body language, they are perceived as more competent and capable, traits that are highly attractive in a potential partner. This suggests that a man who consciously improves his body language can enhance how others perceive him and increase his attractiveness. To master body language, start by being mindful of your posture. Practice standing tall with your shoulders back and avoid slouching, which can convey insecurity. Make eye contact when speaking, but don't stare. This shows that you are engaged and confident. Use gestures that are open and purposeful, and avoid crossing your arms or standing in a closed-off manner. These small adjustments can make a huge difference in how you are perceived. Remember, your body language is a silent reflection of your inner confidence and emotional state, so by mastering it, you'll not only feel more confident, but also attract others in a more meaningful and lasting way. Number 6, be authentically yourself.
In a world full of social pressures and expectations, staying true to who you are is one of the most powerful traits a man can embody. Unfortunately, many men fall into the trap of pretending to be someone they're not, hoping that by doing so they will be more appealing. They may exaggerate their accomplishments, change their opinions to fit in, or adopt interests that aren't genuinely theirs. While this might work temporarily, it often leads to shallow connections that lack depth and trust. Women, like everyone else, can sense inauthenticity. When they feel that a man is not being himself, it can create a wall between them, preventing true intimacy from forming.
Being authentically yourself is about embracing your true values, quirks, and imperfections. It means being honest about who you are rather than trying to be someone else to gain approval. Authenticity is magnetic because it shows that you are secure in your own identity and not afraid to reveal it. When you are authentic, you attract people who appreciate you for who you genuinely are, leading to deeper and more fulfilling relationships. The Stoics believe that to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. This timeless wisdom highlights the importance of remaining true to your principles and character, despite the external pressures that may urge you to conform. The science of authenticity is compelling as well. Research shows that authenticity is linked to better mental health, higher self-esteem, and stronger relationships. A study published in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that individuals who are more authentic tend to experience greater satisfaction in their relationships, as they are more likely to form bonds based on honesty and mutual respect. Authenticity fosters trust, which is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. People are drawn to those who are real and open, as it creates a sense of safety and vulnerability. When you are authentic, you not only attract the right kind of people, but also build stronger, more enduring connections. To practice authenticity, start by being honest with yourself. Reflect on your values, your passions, and what truly matters to you. When you speak or act, ensure that your actions align with your core beliefs. Don't try to impress others by pretending to be someone you're not. Instead, embrace your individuality and share your real self with confidence. It's important to remember that authenticity doesn't mean being perfect. It means being open and genuine, flaws and all. The more you embrace who you truly are, the more attractive and magnetic you become, and the more meaningful your relationships will be. Authenticity is the key to building deep, lasting connections based on trust, respect, and mutual appreciation. Number 7, exhibit emotional strength. Emotional strength is one of the most important qualities that women find attractive in a man. Unfortunately, many men make the mistake of misinterpreting masculinity as an inability to show vulnerability or emotion. They believe that strength means always being tough, never showing weakness, and suppressing their feelings. However, true emotional strength is not about avoiding emotions. It's about managing them with wisdom and composure. A man who can stay calm in the face of adversity, who doesn't lash out when faced with stress or pressure, and who responds thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, demonstrates the kind of emotional strength that women deeply respect and admire. A man who exhibits emotional strength is someone who can handle difficult situations with grace, maintain a level of calm in moments of chaos, and show resilience in the face of setbacks. This quality provides a sense of stability and security to those around him, making him a reliable and trustworthy partner. Emotional strength is grounded in self-awareness, self-control, and a sense of responsibility. It means taking ownership of your emotions rather than letting them control you, and having the emotional intelligence to navigate complex situations without being overwhelmed by them. The Stoics, for example, taught that we have power over our minds, but not over external events. The ability to control your reactions rather than be controlled by your emotions is the essence of true emotional strength. Scientific studies confirm the importance of emotional strength in relationships. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, emotional stability and self-regulation are closely linked to relationship satisfaction and success. In this study, couples with one emotionally strong partner were found to experience greater emotional security and higher levels of trust. This is because emotional strength fosters a sense of safety in relationships. When one partner can maintain composure and respond thoughtfully, it creates an environment where both individuals feel heard, understood, and supported. This kind of emotional intelligence leads to stronger, more fulfilling partnerships. To exhibit emotional strength, start by practicing self-control in difficult situations. When you feel angry or frustrated, take a step back and pause before reacting. Reflect on the situation and how you want to respond rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your actions. It's also important to build emotional awareness. Understand your triggers, your emotional patterns, and how you typically react in high-stress situations. Once you recognize these patterns, you can choose to respond more thoughtfully and with greater emotional maturity. Being emotionally strong doesn't mean never feeling vulnerable or experiencing difficult emotions. It means learning how to process those feelings in a constructive way without letting them control you or the people around you. By mastering emotional strength, You create a sense of safety and trust in your relationships, making you a more attractive and reliable partner. Number 8. Value scarcity in attention. One of the most common mistakes men make in relationships is giving too much attention too quickly. This often stems from a place of eagerness, where the man believes that by constantly being available, he will win the woman's affection. However, this approach can backfire, as excessive attention can make the relationship feel too predictable or even overwhelming. When you make yourself overly available, it can devalue your presence and make it seem less special. On the other hand, when you allow some space between interactions, your attention becomes a precious commodity, something that is valued more because it's not always readily available. This sense of scarcity increases your value and maintains a level of intrigue in the relationship. The idea of valuing scarcity isn't about playing games or acting distant to create tension. It's about maintaining a healthy balance in your availability, showing that you have a fulfilling life outside the relationship, and giving her space to miss you. By doing so, you increase the emotional connection and keep the excitement alive. Women appreciate a man who has boundaries and values his own time, as it signals that he has a life of his own and is not dependent on her validation. This sense of independence makes him more attractive and helps to foster respect within the relationship. The Stoics, too, understood the value of focusing on what you have, rather than fixating on what you lack. When you stop chasing after someone's attention, it makes your presence more impactful and meaningful. Research supports the idea that scarcity increases value. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people are more attracted to others who exhibit scarcity in their time and attention. This concept, known as the scarcity effect, shows that when something is perceived as rare or hard to attain, its value increases in the eyes of others. In relationships, this translates to creating space for growth, both individually and as a couple. When you value your own time and focus on other aspects of your life, you not only make yourself more desirable, but also avoid the pitfall of becoming overly dependent on the relationship for your self-worth. To apply this habit, start by setting clear boundaries in the relationship. Don't rearrange your entire schedule to accommodate every request or demand, and allow time for yourself to pursue your interests and passions. It's also important to be intentional with your communication. Rather than constantly texting or checking in, give her space to initiate conversations. This doesn't mean ignoring her or being distant. It means respecting both your time and hers, which leads to a more balanced and dynamic relationship. By creating this scarcity, your interactions will feel more meaningful, and the connection between you will be stronger and more exciting. When your attention becomes a rare and valued gift, it's no longer something to be taken for granted, but something she truly appreciates. Number 9. Practice patience. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, patience is a quality that is often overlooked in relationships. Many men make the mistake of rushing through the process, whether it's pushing for emotional closeness or trying to escalate the relationship too quickly. While the desire to move things forward may come from a place of excitement or eagerness, it can often create discomfort, making the other person feel pressured. Women value patience because it shows respect for their pace and allows trust to build naturally over time. When a man is patient, he demonstrates emotional maturity and an understanding that good things take time, and this can lead to a deeper, more lasting connection. Patience in relationships isn't just about waiting for the right moment or holding off on certain actions. It's about being present and allowing the relationship to unfold without forcing things to happen. Taking your time shows that you value the journey, not just the destination. The Stoic philosophy is a perfect reminder here, as it teaches us that no great thing is created suddenly. True, meaningful relationships require time to grow, and forcing rapid progress can undermine the connection. When you rush through stages in a relationship, you risk missing important milestones of trust and understanding that can only be built with time and consistency. Research backs up the idea that patience is key in building successful relationships. A study published in Psychological Science found that couples who take the time to truly get to know each other and who allow their relationship to develop at a natural pace experience higher levels of satisfaction and long-term success. Patience allows both partners to adjust to one another's needs, values, and boundaries, ultimately leading to greater compatibility and harmony. On the other hand, rushing into things can create an imbalance, where one partner feels overwhelmed or misunderstood. By practicing patience, you're allowing space for both partners to grow individually and as a couple, which strengthens the foundation of the relationship. In practical terms, practicing patience means not rushing into major commitments or making heavy demands early on. Instead, focus on building a genuine connection by being present in each moment. Take time to understand her feelings, listen actively, and allow her to share at her own pace. It's also important to avoid trying to fix everything right away when challenges arise. Instead of pushing for immediate resolutions, take a step back and let the situation unfold. Patience isn't about being passive. It's about being emotionally resilient, allowing things to grow in their own time, and trusting that a strong connection will develop naturally. By practicing patience, you foster a sense of safety and respect, making the relationship more meaningful and ultimately more enduring. Number 10, show respect. Respect is the foundation of any healthy and lasting relationship. Without it, even the most passionate connection will eventually fall apart. Many men mistakenly believe that attraction alone is enough to sustain a relationship. However, if respect is missing, the relationship can feel shallow, and trust will erode over time. Women are deeply drawn to men who treat them with dignity, value their opinions, and honor their boundaries. Respect means more than just being polite. It's about truly acknowledging her as an equal, listening to her thoughts, and recognizing her individuality. Without respect, even the best intentions can lead to frustration and resentment. When respect is absent, it often manifests through actions like dismissing her ideas, interrupting her, or speaking condescendingly. These actions can slowly chip away at the foundation of trust, leaving both parties feeling disconnected. On the other hand, a man who listens carefully, values her contributions, and supports her aspirations creates an environment of trust and admiration. Stoic philosophy echoes this sentiment by reminding us to treat others as we would want to be treated. Respect is not about agreeing on everything, but about valuing the other person's perspective and honoring their humanity, even when there are differences. When respect is at the core of a relationship, both partners feel valued and seen, which fosters deeper emotional intimacy. There is substantial evidence to support the idea that respect is a key factor in relationship satisfaction. A study conducted by the University of Michigan found that mutual respect between partners was the #1 predictor of long-term relationship happiness. Couples who respect each other communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts more easily, and are more likely to stay together. Conversely, when respect is lacking, relationships are often marked by power struggles, miscommunication, and unresolved tension. Respectful communication fosters a safe environment where both partners feel comfortable being vulnerable, leading to a deeper and more meaningful connection. To incorporate respect into your relationship, start by truly listening to her. Avoid interrupting or talking over her, and make sure you understand her point of view before offering your own. Support her ambitions and encourage her to pursue her passions, even if they differ from yours. Be mindful of her boundaries and make sure to honor them, whether they're emotional, physical, or mental. Respect also involves being honest, but always kind, offering feedback or advice in a way that's constructive, not critical. When you lead with respect, you build a solid foundation for the relationship to thrive. Respect isn't just a gesture, It's an ongoing commitment to seeing and valuing the other person for who they truly are. We're almost done with this video, but before you move on, I want you to reflect on your life. Are you going to stay stuck, feeling drained and defeated? Or are you ready to take charge and transform your future? If you're ready to make that change, I want you to make a commitment. Drop a comment below and say, I am determined to live my best life no matter the obstacles. I will succeed. I'll be reading through all your comments and I'll feature the most inspiring one on our channel. If you want more life-changing content, make sure to hit that subscribe button